When it comes to Incision, it seems to give you a reason to get invested in the film beyond having a few familiar faces and the assumed empathy you would have for the people that are being victimized. So to summarize the film, London's a surgeon out in Atlanta, and she's been increasingly dealing with an influx of people who have had their organs harvested. As she handles that strange situation, she's also dealing with her little sister Crystal, who was left for dead by a river fighting for her life. Enter Gia, Winston, and Blake, who together drag London into what's going on with the organ harvesting world. And it's slowly but surely, as she gets dragged deeper into it, leads to answers as to what happened to Crystal. So, getting to the review portion, short and sweet, the highlight is Gia, and that's mostly because the way Parker McKinney Posey presents the same kind of crazy, usually getting thrillers, especially those starring Black people. There's no denying that the madness is fun to watch. And I would even say, if there was ever going to be a Black Harley Quinn of some kind, I would say that Posey deserves to be part of that conversation just because her energy and weirdness, I guess you can say, for lack of a better term, definitely made her a notable villain in this film, and to a certain degree allowed her to stand out in the general subgenre that is weird Black thrillers with crazy people doing nonsense. But with that said, the on-offense topic, well, the first of two. First one is that when it comes to London Story, it's so hard to get invested in it, besides the potential investment you may have because it's Brandy Evans, who you know from P-Valley or potentially one of the other productions that she's been part of. We don't really learn much about Crystal besides that she is London's little sister, so that's not really much of a hook. And then in terms of London getting involved in this whole organ harvesting thing, it's by happenstance. And while you get that it's kind of a scary thing for her, and I mean, even just trying to recollect what happened to it, I found myself getting bored to the point of wanting to just quickly move on. With that said, even though the film doesn't do much on its first outing to make you want more, it does set up a sequel. And honestly, with how forgettable the story is, and for the most part, its characters, especially the ones who make it to the end, I can't fathom the need for a second film to be 90 or so minutes just to go deep into the whole organ harvesting world. It feels unnecessary based off of what we already have. And while it's always a potential thing that could be done, I hope resources go elsewhere. Overall, well, it's nice to see Brandy Evans star in her own movie and be joined by Parker McKenna Posey, who of course most of us know from My Wife and Kids. It's unfortunate that there's no real hook when it comes to this movie beyond their familiar faces.